Hello, welcome to Sly Coyote Gaming. I'm Sly Coyote. We're going to play a new game. Actually, it's an old game. I've been playing this since it was in beta, but it's a pretty fun game. It's called Kerbal Space Program, and it's a game where you have to think and learn how to build stuff, how to build rockets and bases and space stations, and learn how to fly the rockets. And it's a lot of fun. It's a thinking game. It's a one-person game, but I really enjoy it. I'm going to be putting up a low orbit fuel station, so when I can go up and refuel my rockets, so I can go up to the outer moons in this solar system. And it's going to be a three-part series. It's a pretty big station I'm launching. It's got a crew habitat along with it, and so I'm going to do it in 3 parts and 3 different videos. So here's the beginning of one. You can either have a career or a sandbox version. I prefer the sandbox version. All the parts and all the things that you need are already there. You don't have to try and play the game to have them come later on. Alright, so you got a lot of different things here. You got research and development, which you won't need unless you're playing career. Same thing for mission control. Over here is where you get your astronauts and your space plane hangar. If you want to build planes, you can build all kinds of weird things with planes and fly them around here on the planet. Over here you got your tracking station to see what you've got up in orbit, and of course your launching pad. This is the main area for building space or spacecraft, and it's your VAB or vehicle assembly building. So let's go in there. So here's your building, and over here you have lots of different things you can use to build different kinds of spacecraft, and the different areas, things that you can use. Also over here I've built some sub-assemblies already, and I'm going to be using some of these to go up in orbit for my fuel station. First thing we're going to build, I've already built the crew habitat part of it. Let's open that. And you say, where is it? Well, I put it way up here. I'm going to put attach a rocket to the bottom of this. So this is actually the crew habitat part of it. The capsule with the cruiser, that's where they're going to be now. This is called MechJeb. It's a basically flies it remotely for you. It's kind of like a computer for your spacecraft. You should learn how to fly your spacecraft at the beginning, but once you know how to do that, in case you ever need to fly manually, it's kind of tedious, so it's a lot easier and more fun to use the MechJeb to do it for you. So let's put the rocket on. I'm going to use, we've got 2 different kinds of heavy rockets here, and I'm going to use this one. Still a little high up in the air. I'm going to bring this down. Good enough. Maybe a little more. Okay. Kerbal's walking underneath there. Alright. So let's see who our crew is. I'm going to need at least 2 engineers to do this. So Sergey, Minodow, and Sigley. Alright, we'll use these guys. And let's go on the launching pad and launch this up. I'm going to do it 300 kilometers. So here's my astronauts down here on the right. Look ready to go. use my ascent guidance. Already set it for 300. I'm going to stop at stage 1 and I'll show you what we're going to do here in a second. We're going to have to set up our what we want to fire first. So all of these are solid fuel boosters, the small ones, large ones, liquid fuel boosters, rockets, and then the main rocket with the main engine here. So, little ones go first, then the larger solid fuel. Those ones. And then those two. My main rocket fire when the large solid rocket boosters fall away. Change my it's changing my parachutes when they're going to deploy. When you land this solid or this main rocket area, it's going to come back. You'll be able to reuse it. Looks like it's ready to go. And launch. Clouds you see are a mod, and the cities and towns in the distance will light up at night. That's all a mod. It makes it look more interesting when we're flying around. Drop the small rocket solid fuel boosters. And as we lose the larger solid rocket fuel boosters, damage and fires. First two. How are astronauts doing? Doing pretty good. We're into the upper atmosphere now. We're at the edge of the atmosphere, about to actually go to space. And officially left the atmosphere. See, the atmosphere is the highest point in the arc we're in right now, and I'll show you that on our map. See that apoapsis is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. The periapsis is the opposite side, the lowest point in the arc. What we're going to do in a little while is we're going to circularize this, and then the whole thing will be just one fairly even circle. Apoapsis is right about 300. There we go. And so it's setting up for the circularization burn. And we're going to fast forward here automatically because I have auto warp on. Until we about to reach that apoapsis node. And let's switch and nice circle. Periapsis close to 300, so it's pretty close. I set it to stay at prograde so it doesn't drift. See the city lights. Alright, so I got the first part up. We're going to detach the main rocket and send that back down. And I'm going to decouple. First I want to turn the lights off. Save the energy, because this doesn't have any renewable electricity at the moment, not till I bring up the second section. Decoupling. So now I have 2 spacecraft in orbit. Enable that one, keep it at prograde. Move to the second one that is now slowly moving away. I'm going to make it move a little bit faster. Turn on the RCS rockets. Wrong one. Could have been a disaster. Not good to hit your spaceships together in orbit, unless you're trying to dock. Alright. Turn this around to retrograde. I want to make sure you get a good distance away from your second part or your what you're ever leaving up in orbit so you don't run into it. So let's set up our landing. We're going to land not there. I'm going to pick a target. Going to land really close. Over here in the ocean. That's pretty far away, so I am going to fast forward. About halfway around. We'll wait till we get to the periapsis. Okay, so let's land at the target. It's going to be in water. Don't need to deploy the landing gear. Let's see where we are on the map. All right. Don't have a lot of fuel left, so might lose our engines on the way down from heat, but it'll be okay. Our time to land is another 8 minutes. Let's see where we are. So this is what we left in orbit, the habitat. Right there, this is us landing right there. You can see this in the distance, go way over here. So this is what we saw in the distance. We're going to go way on the other side of this land mass. Another 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Coasting to deceleration. We'll see how much fuel we have. Two minutes to landing. Deceleration burns in progress. Starting to overheat. There goes our fuel. Gonna keep it. All right. Falling freely now. Clouds again. Our chutes are going to open up pretty soon here. That slowed us down nicely. At 50 meters. Prepare for splashdown. Alright, so that was a success. We'll recover our vessel, recover our reusable parts. Clean up our launch pad. Alright, so let's take one last look at our ship in orbit.
Stowaway, we're going to be down here, tax off there, good name.
Okay, so remember Scalper what he EVAs? He's not what he would Sir Larson Field.
Lots of information to get here. I think I'll rename the vessel. What do we call it? Fuel Station Habitat. Fuel Station Crew Habitat. There we go. Alright, so that was the end of the first video, the first section of my 3. I'll see you when we start number 2.